Hi everyone, I'm Teddy.
And I'm Olive. And today I'm doing a speed build on my side of the island. I'm doing the airport leading from Teddy's side all the way up to the plaza. As you can see, I've cleared out the space here. So I've got the two bridges and I've got all the way up to the plaza. So, I mean, it's quite a big space.
Oh yeah.
I've got some items down at the bottom, so hopefully I'll get to use all of them as well. And yeah, I've got some trees, some flowers I will replace at a later date, and some custom designs downloaded as well. So I'm just gonna start up some construction and do some terraforming.
Yeah, you might have seen a little sneak peek of some of the designs from my build. So if you want to check that out.
Yeah, so I started doing some terraforming. I wanted to fill in the gap between the two bridges, just so it wasn't so obvious there was like a second bridge behind the first bridge.
Yeah.
Because that bridge is for Teddy, so he can get over into the plaza quite easily without going through my side. And the bridge at the bottom is so that I can then go through from the plaza down to the airport. So each bridge has a purpose. So in case you're like, that seems a bit random, it's not random, it was completely planned.
Yeah, it'll make more sense near the end.
Yeah. So I was just trying to terraform in here and get a good, little island going between the two bridges. I definitely wanted to build all the way up to the plaza as well, just so that I was kind of closing off areas around it, so it was just more like secluded. Secluded, the right word?
Yeah, I feel like it was
compact, tight.
Like, where's the thesaurus?
Yeah, basically. So yeah, I was kind of playing around with the shape, and I realized as well when I was doing this that things were getting a little bit too small and I needed to make them bigger as I was going. So I spent a lot of time changing the shape of little islands here and there.
I mean, to be fair, and we both have our own individual islands as well, and I feel like you're the better terraformer out of the two of us anyway.
Yeah, but that's because on Teddy's individual island, he made like a city island, and I made like you would class it as like a fairy core island, but it's not quite that themed, so I have more little islands, and it's more of a free-formed kind of terraforming type island. So I have a lot more experience terraforming than you.
Yeah, because I think what happened was when I was doing my build, I was kind of trying to make this entranceway and, the path leading through the terraformed bits.
Yeah, so I'm doing this a lot as well. So I'm running up and down just to kind of see where I could imagine the pathway going, and then where the items would go. But I think I'm a very visual person, so I can see the potential of something before I've even finished it. Whereas Teddy's not got visual mind, so he can, in theory, he can understand it, but he can't see it in his mind's eye.
Like, it's almost like I know what I want to do, but I don't visualize, or I cannot visualize it the same way you can.
Yeah, like we have had a fun few experiments where we've, said to each other, oh, imagine like a duck in your head. And everybody who imagined a duck, is it like a real duck? Is it like a cartoon duck? Is it, you think of the word duck, is it like a rubber duck?
Yeah.
And everybody thinks of a duck differently, and it's quite interesting to, think of something like that.
Yeah, just there, I was thinking of a rubber duck.
And I was thinking of a mallard.
Oh.
So, and I have a very good, memory for, realisticness. So, if I'm watching, a TV show, I can, almost instantly recognize an actor and go, that's that actor from this show. And they've been in, one episode for, 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And Teddy's like, oh my god, how did you know that?
So, yeah, that's
great for faces.
But again, even going further into the duck analogy, mine was a cartoon duck.
Yeah, you like more simplified.
Yeah.
So this is me putting in the little tiny bit of the pathway to kind of come over from Teddy's side, so it comes right up to the plaza, so it's nice and easy for you to get in.
Yeah, thank you.
I gave you some flowers, nice little view.
Oh, definitely.
So yeah, I'm just trying to pick up all the bushes and tidy up, so I've got room around the build. And then I tried to put the pathway down using the custom design pathing terraforming thingy.
The tool.
The tool that you didn't unlock because you were foolish.
Oh, yeah.
So I used that to put down most of my beds, just not the edges. And yeah, you can see I was much faster doing that than you were.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I was just kind of putting my path like all the way up and seeing how I wanted it to kind of twist and wind, kind of visualizing where I wanted like items to go. And I did kind of have a rough idea of where I was wanting to put items, but at the same time, I knew that I could kind of change them around slightly if I wanted to, or if they didn't look good, or got hidden behind cliffs, you know.
Yeah.
But this was the path I was going with. I saw it online and I just thought it looked so beautiful, so natural.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's kind of an Animal Crossing favourite right now. I'm sure there will be a new The Path, you know?
I know.
But for just now, I feel like this is the path.
The path.
The path right now for all of the, you know, natural, nature-looking islands.
But yeah, speaking about all this Animal Crossing related news, we watched the Nintendo Direct.
We did. We watched it multiple times.
Oh, yeah. I mean, to the point that I think we've managed to see any details, exhausted the video as much as we could.
Oh, yeah. And then I've just spent all my time online looking to see, like, hidden Easter eggs and, things you may have missed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I definitely hit around a few different sources.
Oh, yeah. Definitely excited for the update, long overdue.
The 2.0 update, the DLC, it's all coming. I mean, like, they showed the roost and they're like, here you go, guys, this is what you've been mourning about for like the past year. And then they were like, and here's the rest. And you're like, oh my god.
I was shook because I was like, wait, they showed the roost in the first like minutes.
10 seconds.
Yeah. Of the the freaking Direct. So I was like, what are they going to show more of?
I know. I was shocked.
But Nintendo, are you bringing perfect fruits? That's the question.
So Teddy has heard this from me for the past year. I was like, well, they're going to bring perfect fruits in the game because they've got all these vegetables, they've got, orchards, they've always been in the game. I'm like, so if they're going to drop something, they're going to drop perfect fruits. And they mentioned the whole Direct and no bloody perfect fruits were mentioned. So I'm hoping they're just going to throw it in without really saying anything. Because like how they were mentioning the vegetables. They were and then they were like, and more.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's not the and more, then I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah.
They'll be getting an angry email.
Jeez.
So, yeah. Where's my perfect fruits?
I know.
I'm like, it's not even hard to put it in. You just give me it.
Just give me.
Just give me the perfect fruits. Like, why can't I have a perfect fruit orchard? Like, why can't I have a recipe that's like requires like a perfect pear? You know what I mean?
So nice.
Like an apple pie with a perfect apple. You know what I mean?
Ooh, maybe.
Like, think about it. I'm like, come on. If we don't have that, that's something we need to pressure Nintendo into next, okay? Because every game has had perfect fruits.
That's true. So they can't let us down now.
Yeah, they can't be like, oh, you have to pay for it in the next DLC that they release. It's like, no. They've always been part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Gimme.
Like, I 100% understand the Direct they went with Happy Home,
Yeah,
it was paid
it's
before.
always been a like separate little kind of game of its own, which makes complete sense. So I mean, for like what, £25, I'm happy to pay.
Yep.
A little summon for extra something.
Yeah, you get to design a lot of islands.
Oh my god, I think there's like what, 48 plots people have been saying online, 48, 49. I mean, roughly 50.
Yeah, around that.
And you can room up people. So me and Teddy have already been discussing it. I mean, we're like already thinking of like fun ways that we could challenge each other. So maybe like I could make like a Japanese themed home and he could make like a little cottagecore themed home, so we could see how we would decorate using each other's themes.
Yeah.
We want to make like little couples and put them together. So specifically we're thinking of doing like Teddy and Olive.
Yeah, that would be fun.
And then maybe like some of the, like the NPCs as well, like, Reese and Cyrus. Oh yeah, so this is just me, like I've just kind of skipped forward a lot of this terraforming because I just realised that I didn't have enough room to curve off the edges of the cliff, and I have like OCD, and that was upsetting.
It was, and I understand that, because when I was trying to put the cliff, I realised I had to move it by one block.
Yeah.
I was like, no. No.
So I, like, even though I made these huge islands, I still didn't have enough room, so I had to constantly go back and terraform and change and terraform and change, and I was like, I hate this. Like, it was upsetting. And then I was trying to reshape it and be like, please just work. But it was not working, so that was sad. So I had to constantly redo all of the terraforming, so that actually took up most of my time. And the decorating and the placing of the items was a lot easier than anything else.
I think that's probably why a lot of people don't like to terraform, because there is a lot of, I suppose, annoyance.
But like, once you have it done, you know, you're just like, beautiful.
Chef's kiss.
Yes, I did make the hand motion. So yeah, and you'll just see me constantly ignore balloons while I am, you know, doing this, because, you know, I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, I mean, I understand now. Like, I think in the past I would watch a speed build and I'm like, hey, you missed a balloon. I'm like, you're too in the zone, too focused to be building.
Yeah, I mean, I'm literally trying to put a tree down and I had to modify the cliff, and they're like, you need to have the right shovel, and I'm like, I have a shovel. I'll shovel you, mate. So yeah, my first goal was to put down all the trees where I wanted the trees, because if I could get rid of them, then, you know, it's easier to decorate around where you've put trees. So once I got the islands in, yeah, next thing was to get the trees in. And then I could start doing things like flowers and bushes, and then decorate using all the furniture that I had. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and waterscaping.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that. I didn't want too much watering because I didn't want it to be too loud.
Oh yeah, because you realize after, if you have too much waterfalls, your whole island is just white noise. Yeah.
You're like, what?
Welcome to my island.
So yeah, yes, as you can see, it's very annoying to watch me waterscape. So yeah, I did cut a lot of things out like that because I was just round and round and round, you know. It was so upsetting.
Yeah, I think for my next build I will take some inspiration from you, because I didn't manage to get that 3-tier, you know.
Yeah, you didn't really go
height.
Up much.
No.
And I kind of experimented with like little tiny round bits and some different shapes and putting water on them and, you know, trees. And I think you've not really done a lot of terraforming, so you just wanted to kind of play it safe.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you know what, there's no playing it safe on Animal Crossing.
Hey, I
mean,
excited.
people flatten their islands, people restart their islands. It's like, you know, who cares?
Yeah, I'm going to be one of the many players in the November 5th that the entrance is going to have my gate.
Oh yeah, so we saw this like little, what was it, like kind of like a shrine gate type thing.
Yeah.
When we saw Shino's, you know, build
little house, yeah,
on the DLC. And the first thing Teddy said was, I need that gate. And I was like, I thought you were going to say that villager. He's like, well, yeah, that too. But that gate, I need that in front of my airport.
Yeah, definitely. Do you know how many people I've seen in Reddit complain and say the same thing? It's been in previous games. And we want it.
Perfect fruits, though.
There's a lot of things that Nintendo still hasn't addressed.
Yeah, and they're just like, hey, we jumped like a huge, you know, update, and then they just kind of like said, and more.
Yeah, so it'll be exciting to see what the and more will entail.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah.
So what was your favorite thing about, say, the 2.0 update, and then we'll say favorite thing about the DLC?
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
So what was it? Oh, and now this is me also starting to do some customizing, and then I'm going to put down the rest of the furniture that I have.
Heck yeah.
So I just kind of customized a lot of items so that I could, you know, match in with my theme. And my theme is kind of like a cottagecore, but I feel like it also kind of falls into a little bit of a springcore because I have like a lot of white and yellow flowers. But I will add some other colours and things at a later date. This is just what I have just now because we literally have them on my island, and I am currently in the middle of flower breeding.
Yeah. I think for the 2.0 update, my favorite thing has to be, you know, all the ceiling furniture, like the lights, fans.
Oh, so the Pro Designer.
Pro Designer Plus, yeah.
Okay. For me, Harv's Island.
Oh, of course.
Harv's Island. I mean, you got literally Reese and Cyrus, and you can customize all of the freaking Nook Mile things. And I'm like, did you even see that in the trailer? How they were like, oh look, the grand piano.
Oh,
like you
yeah.
can customize furniture sets as well, so you have all the different furniture sets. So you don't have to go trade in on Nookazon and be like, please, I'll give you all of my stuff. Just give me this one item that's literally only worth 4,000 bells in reality.
This is the thing. Like, it also eliminates the whole, oh, my, airport color is this, so I have to think of which airport color to get which color.
Oh yeah, so
lamp.
I tried to put that bear down next to the tree, and I did not like that. But then I put it in this corner, and I did fall in love.
That looks so much nicer there.
Yeah. And I tried to kind of move the street light, but then I was like, whatever, that'll look nice. So I loved the bear there. I felt like it looked very like, foresty.
Yeah, definitely.
And I wanted to have like little natural seating areas as well, so I was trying to make some different places to sit down.
I do enjoy how grand your build looks. Now, again, I did go for a more modest, tiny entrance.
I think your thing was you were trying to make it really compact so that you could like have this little like slinky walkthrough, but then you didn't just take into account for actually putting items and furniture down, whereas I made this huge build, but then I put loads of items down in it and filled it up, so you can see that it just looks so much more.
It does.
And even then, like I'll still go back in and put some extra flowers and some extra items in, but this is just what I put in, because this is what I had currently. And I love putting the mushroom down. It just looks so good.
Yeah.
So yeah, highly recommend some larger items to kind of go along a pathway, like, because trees look nice, but you don't want too many trees cluttering it up, so like things like the mushroom parasols and things like that just kind of add a little bit of height difference, but they're still nice and wide.
Yeah,
so I really like that. And I like putting down the little bits of country fencing. I've seen people use like barbed wire fencing, but I like the country one. It's just very cozy. And then at this point as well, I was also trying to put down just like little custom designs, so I had some clovers and some leaves, a couple of little things here and there that I downloaded. Yeah, that's me just glitching out.
But yeah, I think I've also managed to jump on some of your leaf designs, because I'll use that from my forest.
Yeah, so you're kind of stealing my designs.
Sharon is Karen.
So yeah, I am looking forward to Harv's Island for sure. That is definitely my favorite thing about the update. I mean, no more waiting for villagers to come. I'm like, I can go to them.
Oh, that is so good.
Also, Harriet.
Oh yeah.
I mean, finally.
Yeah, people are like remember in early days they were like, oh, like having hairstyles from the Nook Miles eliminates Harriet, but people are like, but we want her.
I know. I'd rather unlock them and take a little bit longer, I think it's nice.
That means more.
I saw this as an idea on, was it a Pinterest board? I thought it would look so cute. So I'm going to put some bushes around the nuptial bell.
Yeah.
And I was just in love. I was like, I need to do this on my island. So I kind of did it just like around the side of my entrance, and I just thought it looked so cute. And then I kind of continued the path, going up and around it. Yeah. So it kind of tied it in, so it just didn't, stand in the middle of nowhere.
Really nice.
So I added that in, as you can see. I was just so happy with how that looked.
I was shocked to see in the nuptial bell you could add something in the middle.
Yeah, I had no idea that you could do that until I saw it on Pinterest.
Yeah, so I was shook.
Yeah. Oh, and then, so that's me just kind of having a little nosy around so you can see. And that's me now actually done. So that's me coming over from Teddy's side of the island. Little walk there. I'd put some, airport stuff down, since this is the start of my own little airport entrance. We kind of come up into some bears and mushrooms, little butterflies and tinier mushrooms. I wanted to have a little variety of sizes. Some bushes, when you came round. managed to get the kind of closed offness I was looking for. I'll definitely need to continue that on the other side of the plaza when I do the next build. But I'm so happy with how this turned out.
Oh, yeah.
And then I can still go down onto the beach as well. And then when I go around onto the beach, the path continues round all the way around the nuptial bell. And then I'll continue that up once I've built more up ahead.
That's really nice. I like that.
Yeah, so I'm really happy with how this turned out. I feel like it looks so good. And then, yeah, I can go over here, and then I can just go right into the airport. And then if Teddy's on his side of the island, as you can see, some changes have been made already there. And then, yeah, Marley's having a little thought. And then he can come in here and then just go right to the plaza if he needs to. So it kind of works out both ways.
Yeah, definitely. I like how it nicely connects the two.
You got your little seat there as well.
Thank you.
But yeah, any other, what do you call it, DLC updates that you're enjoying?
Ooh, DLC. I'll definitely enjoy the fact that we can change, partitions. We don't need partitions anymore. We can add walls now.
Ooh, yeah, I think having all the extra plots, and you can, if you had any people that you wanted to put on your island, now you can just add them.
Yeah.
And this is me just running up and down to kind of give a little show of different angles.
Yeah, I mean, it looks beautiful.
This is it. This is the final look for just now. You can see the plaza in the background. And this is the little side view as well. That's my speed build. So thanks for watching, guys. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.